It's the 3 on PLAXtv.
Yeah. I can't sing, but I tried. What's good, y'all? It's your boy PLAX, and I am back with another episode of the 3 on PLAXtv. I know this is not Friday. I still got an episode coming out on Friday, but I really wanted to talk about this and a couple other things. Actually, for you guys, I got 2 videos coming out today. Today is Wednesday. Actually, the 2 videos were supposed to come out yesterday on Tuesday, but I got stuck at work and that was a whole thing. But I got y'all with 2 videos today. So after you watch this video, check out the other video, which is kind of pertaining to this video as well. Before I get into it, I would like to start off by saying congratulations to Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers for winning the NCAA Women's Championship. I'm extremely proud of you ladies. You ladies are superstars, every single one of y'all. Angel Reese, Flau'jae Johnson, Morris, Carson, who went crazy in the first half. It's this other girl. She looks like she could possibly be Blasian. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. You played extremely well with the minutes you got. Huge shout out to LSU Tigers. I'm extremely proud of y'all, and I see y'all winning again, at least one more before you guys graduate and probably go to the WNBA or whatever you decide to do with your futures. But I'm extremely proud of y'all. Congratulations. Now, what this video is about is Caitlin Clark is a scary motherfucker. Okay? All right? Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. And I was going to make this video regardless of whether Iowa won or lost. I made a prediction. There is a episode of the 3 on PLAXtv that's coming out on Friday that I made a prediction on. And I predicted that South Carolina would win the national championship. But I also said, which I was wrong, obviously, but I also said that Iowa and LSU definitely had a chance. I didn't think Virginia Tech had a chance, but I did think LSU and Iowa had a chance. I just was going with South Carolina. Obviously, I was wrong. And you guys will see that on Friday. I recorded it around the Final Four before the Final Four started, so that's why I was able to make the prediction. But Caitlin Clark basically single-handedly took out the number 1 team in the country who went 36-0. They ended 36-1, but went 36-0 throughout the season and the tournament. Led by Dawn Staley, one of the greatest basketball coaches ever. Aaliyah Boston, who's basically just the female version of Tim Duncan. Bria Beal. Zaya Cook. She, with all due respect, she cooked Zaya Cook. And Zaya Cook is one of the best on-ball defenders in college basketball, period. And she dropped 40 on her. She dropped a 40-point triple-double on Haley Van Lith, someone who's been a top 5, top 10 basketball player since she was like a freshman in high school. And I would like to, I know I said basically by herself, which she did, which is true still, but I like to put some respect on Caitlin Clark's teammates a little bit, because in the LSU game, in the championship game, they showed me their worth in a sense. Because I was saying like they don't really matter. Really, it's just about like stopping Caitlin stuff. They do, because they was making their shots. The one girl, I believe she the shooting guard. She shooting like 53% from 3 all season. The center, even though she's not like the greatest center I've ever seen, but she's solid. And Caitlin Clark herself said I wouldn't be here without her. So, and this was her senior year, and she said I wouldn't be here without her. She's helped me grow into the player I am. So shout out to Caitlin Clark's Iowa teammates, because I was one of the people that wasn't showing them any respect, and they showed me, because they had me a little nervous. I can't front during the LSU game, the championship game. They had me a little nervous. But Caitlin Clark, I've never seen somebody in college dominate the way she dominates. Even in the championship game, y'all. LSU at the half was like up 20. They were up like 20 points, and I was still playing great basketball. Even they were up 20 points with Angel Reese and Morris being on the bench majority of the first half. So they two best players, and even a couple other players was in foul trouble. They two best players was sitting down, or on paper, they two best players was sitting down the majority of the first half. They were out the whole second and like half of the first, or something crazy like that. And they still was up 20. And guys, I was watching the game and I was still scared. I was like, yeah, we up and we're playing great, and Carson just gave us a beautiful cushion with her play, but we still got to lock in. It's still a lot of time left. This girl could close this gap in no time. Caitlin Clark. And she did. And she did. For all intent and purposes, she did. Because they were down 20 going into the third. And throughout the third quarter, they got it down to 5. And I can only attribute that to Caitlin Clark. She hit like 5 threes and was getting her teammates more involved and stuff like that, and playing defense. And I just was like, I was still afraid. And I haven't felt like that with a player since like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? Like, she is a generational talent, man. And LSU played her well, but she, even in the loss, she still got 30 points, 8 rebounds, and like 6 assists, or 8 assists, 6 rebounds, something like that. And shot like 8 for 16 from 3 in a loss. And LSU played defense on her as best I think you can, because they did what I said they should do. They played zone defense against her, and every time she came off of a screen, somebody was there to help. And they tried their best to deny her the ball, and it wasn't her greatest game, but she still got 38 and 6. And shot like 50% from 3. That's insanity, man. That's insanity. And it's good for women's basketball as well. Because, like, I haven't seen, like, dominance like that since, like, Cheryl Miller. Just being able to just do what you want. You know what I mean? And at least on the offensive end, I wouldn't say Caitlin's the greatest defender ever. But on the offensive end, she's so good. She's like Steph Curry in that sense, where on the offensive end, it just don't, like, the defensive end, as long as she puts the effort in, it's okay, because she's so good on the offensive end. She just need to put the effort in, which she does, and it works out. Again, she's still not the greatest defender, but I do see she puts the effort in, like Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry, he might not be the greatest defender, but he always puts the effort in to at least try to stop people. He's just so small, like, it's just tough for him. But man, like, I hope I'm not like over exaggerating or anything like that, but I haven't seen this on the college level from nobody really since she broke the record for most points in the NCAA tournament for period. Not just women's, for men and in the NCAA basketball tournament, period. She broke the record for most points during the tournament. That's, you know how many great, Kareem, Bill Walton, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, even though he wasn't the greatest college player, but Michael Jordan. No one's ever gotten a 40-point triple-double in a college tournament or maybe in a game, but maybe not the tournament. And it's just like it's great for women. Her doing what she's doing is great for women's basketball, because people always try to complain and say, "Oh, women's basketball is boring" and all this stuff, which again is stupid. If you watch any of my WNBA videos, you'll know my opinion on that. It's just a dumbass take. People that say stuff like that either are just casual fans or are just fans of like highlights, and that's okay. But then when you're talking about things like that, your opinion isn't valid to me. Because if you're truly a fan of basketball, you can watch any women's basketball, but like college and WNBA women's basketball, and still find it entertaining because they play pure great basketball. They're not the most athletic players. They have to actually be good at basketball to be on the court. You see what I'm saying? No offense to NBA players or college men's players. I'm just saying it's more than just being athletic and tall and strong. You have to actually be good at the game when it comes to women's basketball players. But check out my WNBA videos and stuff like that. I'm gonna start doing more of those, so you can hear more of my opinion on that. But her being just an exciting player to watch is good for the game. And when she goes to the NBA or the WNBA, which I feel like she will in a year or two, that's just gonna be good for the game itself. And I'm glad that she's around. Like I'm happy that she's around, and she's just a great player. She's a generational talent, like I said. And some people have been kind of like saying like she overrated and stuff like that. That's yet to be seen, because she still got to get to the league, and we still got to see what she does in the league. So that's a debatable thing. I personally don't think so. I don't think she's overrated, because she looks like somebody that works hard and really cares about basketball and really cares about winning. And that translates. That translates wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? She got to keep putting the work in, keep getting better. And I really think she can help change the perception of women's basketball, because this tournament has been the most watched tournament in women's basketball history. And the championship was the most watched NCAA championship in women's basketball history as well. Like almost 10 million people tuned in to watch it. No disrespect to LSU, because they're extremely entertaining as well, and I love watching them play. Angel Reese and Flaugier and Morris, all of them, like they're extremely great players, entertaining players. But I have to attest that specific statistic to the mania that has been Caitlin Clark. You know what I'm saying? And she's just good for the game, and I'm happy that she's around, because I've been at least the past couple of years been an advocate for women's basketball. And I hate seeing the disrespect that they get. I hate seeing people saying, "Oh, well, that's boring," and I can't watch that. Why not? Why can't you watch it? Because nobody's dunking on people? Come on, bro. Stop. But if that's what people need to be excited, because people have short attention spans, especially people today. So, especially in the age of TikTok and all that stuff, you need to entertain people, and I understand that part. And the casual fan or the fan that just wants to see highlights, you gotta appeal to that. And Caitlin Clark does. You know what I'm saying? And Angel Reese does too. Don't get me wrong, because she's a personality. She's a character. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's not saying that's just who she is. But Flaugier, like she's a rapper and she has personality. Morris, not so much. She's more a reserved person and stuff like that. But just as a team, LSU is a character, and that's entertaining as well. So them facing Caitlin Clark made it like 10 times better, because it's like, okay, we already have this entertaining entity in Caitlin Clark, and now we have this entertaining group of players who have personality, who elevate each other. You see what I'm saying? So that's what makes it just good for the game as a whole. But I just wanted to do this video to give a huge shout out to Caitlin Clark. The tournament, the tournament she got. The first 3 games she scored like 20-something points a game and got like 8.8 rebounds, 8 assists, stuff like that. Then she scored 35, 40, 41, and in the championship game, 38-8, even though she lost. And I just think that's just crazy. That's crazy. That's dominance. That's dominance, and it's good for the game. And I can't wait to see what Caitlin Clark does next. I can't wait to see what Angel Reese at LSU does next, because they look like they going to be scary. Because they're a team that seems like they take adversity, they take criticism, which you'll see in the next video that I talk about. They take adversity, criticism, and wins, like winning the championship against arguably the best player, not arguably, the best player in the country right now. They use that as fuel. So I feel like LSU just going to come back next year and the year after just better. And that's scary because they're already really good. Even Carson, I feel like Carson is going to come back with more confidence, because on the grandest stage in the national championship game, when your 2 best players was in foul trouble and it was looking kind of rough, Jasmine Carson came out and put on a motherfucking show, man. Put on a show. I know she's not the like a highly touted player or anything like that, but that means something to me. On the biggest stage of her life, what is she, like 17, 18, 19, whatever. On the biggest stage of her life, the national championship, her 2 best teammates are in foul trouble and out of the game for an extended period of time against the best player in the country. She said, nah, I got to make something happen, and put on a motherfucking show. Shout out to Jasmine Carson, man. Huge shout out to Jasmine Carson. But, yeah, I'm excited to see what Caitlin Clark do. And Morris down the stretch, just being a leader. Down the stretch, just taking the game over and just being slow and methodical and just finishing it. That was beautiful, too. Shout out to her as well. But I'm excited to see what Caitlin Clark does next. I'm excited to see what Angel Reese at LSU does next, because they all young. I don't think they even have a senior on the team. I think they all like freshmen, sophomores, maybe a couple juniors. So they got time to play together. I can't wait to see how South Carolina bounces back, because Dawn Staley ain't going nowhere. Dawn Staley, don't think Dawn Staley just taking that loss and she gonna disappear. She's coming back crazier probably. She about to recruit, and she about to come back even better, most likely. I can't wait to see what UConn and Paige Buchers and Ozzie Fudd do, because I've been a huge fan of Paige for a long time, since she was in high school. So I can't wait to see how they bounce back from like the injuries and all that stuff. Haley Van Lith, I've been a fan of her. I can't wait to see what she do. I'm excited for women's college basketball and women's college basketball as a whole, and you should be too. Huge shout out to Caitlin Clark, who's a generational talent, because she is going to be, in my opinion, one of the biggest sparks to take women's basketball to the next level. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I talked about a lot of different stuff, but the bottom line was Caitlin Clark. Make sure you check out the other video that I put out today. Make sure you check out the other videos that I just put out in general. Got a regular episode of the 3 coming out, of the 3 on PLAXtv coming out on Friday. That's going to be more about women's college basketball and stuff like that. It's not exactly like this, but similar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. And most of all, YouTube, I love you guys. Peace.
It's the 3 on PLAXtv.
Yeah. I can't sing, but I tried.